Why, hello there. Welcome back to my daily long play stream. This is why I do a playthrough of my current game for a couple hours a day, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, from Wednesday through Sunday. I'm back once again playing Lost Planet 3 for the Xbox 360, running on the Series X via backwards compatibility. And yeah, I am started out this campaign yesterday, and I am going to pick up where I left off here. Latest autosave, previous autosave. There's no just like simple continue button on the main screen, but whatever. Yeah, this game is playing and feeling a lot different from the first games. It's based on the way it looks and feels and plays, seems much more Western influence. A more traditional control scheme. Kind of feels like a cross between Gears of War, Dead Space, and I guess Lost Planet. Plus with a little bit of what do you call it? Steel Battalion, maybe? And with the way the mechs are, how giant they are. I mean, that's my mech. Way bigger than the ones from the first two games. I did purchase a shotgun, as well as an thing to give it better accuracy. I could have purchased a thing to increase the power of the pistol, but that would have made it less accurate, so I decided not to do that. So yeah. You see what's going on over here, if anything. Sort of like a hub world, which itself is very different from the previous Lost Planet games. Although you can't really talk to these other characters. And what's down there? Seems to be a hub world for the sake of having one. Alright, well, I guess it stops screwing around here. This goes into first-person mode. Gotta search for a fallen escape pod. I wonder what these units of measurement are, because they aren't meters. The distance between that, well, that is not 4 kilometers away, so I don't know what these units are. Maybe they're centimeters. Yeah. Alright. Only about throwing grenades into the mouth.
Looks like the blast doors got frozen over solid. You'll need to manually force open the hydraulic door pistons with your claw arm. The pistons are on either side of the wall there. Great, now the other one. It's on the opposite wall.
This part definitely feels like Dead Space. Some of it's puzzle-oriented, or mini-game-oriented repair sequences.
That
Dead
should do
Space 2
it.
had that.
Opening blast doors now. Be careful out there.
Looks like a shovel of some kind. So, from what I've been able to observe so far anyway, is that there's no health system in this game. You have a regenerative health system, so you don't have to pick up, like, health packs or anything. And the thermal energy, the sacred blood you've been collecting, it does not sustain you. You don't need it to keep you warm when you're outside, like in the first game and the first level in the second game. Instead, it's just used as currency for upgrades and weapons, maybe equipment. I did get a zip line, which I assume I use with the left bumper button. L1 for you using a PlayStation. Alright. He does do that automatically, just like...
Is there anybody out there?
I'm here, fellas. You got pretty lucky. Landed on a solid outcropping. Seems stable enough. Anybody hurt?
Our life support's offline, and we could really use some air. Can you take a look at the exhaust on the TCS exchanger? It must have gotten crushed in the fall.
Where would that be? That's not...
Yeah, I see it. Purge tubes are all tangled up. Give me a sec. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah! I can hear the life support kicking in now. Thanks, Jim. You're a lifesaver.
All right, you fellas sit tight. The rescue teams will be down here in a jiff.
Thanks, new guy. I already like you better than LaRoche.
Alright. What's that thing? I guess we'll find out eventually. Thus confirming my theory, you use left bumper. That's a lot better than what they had me use in the other two games, the first two games. Can't remember if it was X or Y, but it wasn't on. This is actually closer to like the way Titanfall does it. Cover system. Ranged enemy. Gotta hold forward to vault over. Yeah, I hear another one nearby. Oh yeah. Big ones take more shots. Just make shots like that. This does not stop the game. Tells me what weapons I have. Let me take a look to see if I can, Here you go. Switch weapon with Y. Hold for pistol. Use cover. Repair. Alright. I'm hitting Y, and yet it's not doing anything. I did buy the pistol. I did buy the shotgun. It shows me having fewer credits as a result of buying it, so... I don't know why it's not letting me switch. What is floating aim? Yeah, it's the Y button is definitely for switching guns, and yet it's not interesting. There's no doesn't appear to be a gun for the what do you call it, the rig. It's because I don't have ammo for it? I've never had a situation where they wouldn't let you switch to a gun because you didn't have ammo. Shotgun, this is just an assault rifle I happen to find. Yeah, I've regenerated health, but it takes a long time to kick in. I gotta be careful with that. I think this will all be I saw something over here.
NEVEC survival tip number 1. Know your storms. There are 5 classes of storms based on unique characteristics. In ascending order of severity, they are Chancellor, Cardinal, Bishop, Monarch, and Emperor. Details can be found on page 185 of your NEVEC operations manual. Memorize and know the difference. Stay safe, stay educated.
Seems like a numbered system would be easier to remember. But whatever. I gotta go up there anyway. Got here. Okay, so that thinner bar beneath the big bar around my below my targeting reticule, that seems to be the amount of ammo that this gun actually has. Oh, actually shows on the bottom right as well. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Might as well save the assault rifle ammo. All that was just to get back up here, wasn't it? Yep.
Excellent work, Peyton. Now it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty. We surveyed a new thermal pocket nearby at Hanneman's Basin, and we'll need you to plant a T-post to drain the pocket. This is probably your most important duty, keeping the base supplied with T-energy. Uploading the coordinates to you now.
Alright. Here we go. So I wonder,
Hiya, Gracie. Got your message loud and clear. And the tunes. Great thought. Thanks. I'm here in one piece. Might be overstating it, but we made it. I'm safe. Just getting oriented. Yeah, there's nothing awkward about this at all. Guess we're gonna have to get used to it. Keep sending, okay? Remind me why I'm out here doing this. I miss you.
alright. Let's take a look here. Yeah, this, even the audio stuff seems much more like a Dead Space. Audio and video logs. For your own safety, you cannot leave the cockpit. Wait, is it cold outside? Alright, so I guess I can...
Varapalli here. Jim, your remittance transfers have been set up as requested. 15% of your contract payments will be paid out to you in the form of T-energy, since that has become the normal currency around the base. The rest of your earnings will be credited to the account on Earth you provided. Varapalli out.
Alright, so... I get some of my payment to store managers we need to use here, and the rest goes to... They've already put more work into establishing, like, I don't know if you call it backstory, or more like a, setting story. They've already put more work into establishing the universe that this game takes place in than both the other two games combined. Which is nothing. Even though this is running on Series X.
Delta Station, looks like we've got another sudden Emperor-class storm heading in from Blind Sector north-northeast. You've got 2 minutes to secure storm shutters and hightail it down to the hangar. Let's move.
Great. Even though this is running on an Xbox Series X, this was originally a 360 game, and that's such a everything came out in the same system that the original was. This looks like a very different game. Looks like a benefit of
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Guessing this is a story moment. I thought it was make any sense because I was following the markers. I don't like this section at all. Can I just shoot this thing? Great. Well, that situation sucks. Can I please skip it? I know I hate it. This would be an excellent shotgun. Yet the game does not seem to want to give me the ability to... Wow, that's a waste of throw. Dodging the whole time. Wow. This difficulty spike is really stupid. And unnecessary. It's like, what? I thought we established I hate this section. Why am I doing it again? Okay, I have no idea how to play this. I really don't. How that Why won't this thing die? Blew up one of them somehow. Must have ate the grenade. Ah, that sucks. I'm almost out of ammo for this gun. Great. It's not giving me an objective marker, so I'm fighting me. You know, if I had the shotgun, it would be a lot. You know, the shotgun that I interrupt the reload animation when you go into the dive. Somehow I doubt it. Oh, no. I can't tell if I'm even doing any damage. I probably should be aiming for something. Really difficult. Freaking reload. These things are refusing to die. And my gun is refusing to reload too. So I suspect these guys are having. Come on. Wow, that sucked. I'm supposed to break. I see what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to shoot the ice off this thing. He wasn't supposed to be fighting this thing this on foot. Sadly, the game made no mention. Even now, it's not actually telling me what I'm supposed to be doing. Ah, I can get ammunition from there. Cool. That would have been nice to know. The game was definitely not clear as to what I was supposed to do, but I guess that just means I pay more attention. Guess I get out. Yeah, that mech couldn't fit through here anyway, even if it could find a way to grapple up there. This doesn't look stable. This is going to be a long way back up, isn't it? Yeah. Good thing that's automated, because I don't think I could do that reliably every time. On time, I mean. Well, even when he does it automatically, it seems like there are times that he's about to forget. What is it? Can I work on it? Seems like there might be something over here, but I can't get to it, so I guess it doesn't matter. A couple different spots for me to try to grapple down. I wonder if there's a reason to pick one or the other. Oh, that's what I'm going to. Ow. Great. At least I have more ammo. I'm wondering where the game's last episode was. Ammo there. I saw there was another one. At least I'm getting thermal energy from this out of the sky just by damage. Unusual. I think that happened with like the bigger bosses from the I don't know if I qualify this. Like it's automatic. I don't have that necessarily aim when I see that. That guy's don't want anything to do with that. I don't know, this so maybe a more powerful pistol is going to get maybe I should only try shooting him when his mouth is open. I don't know. This game is not being clear. That was definitely. Maybe not a total one. I don't know. We'll see.
Good. It's your job to keep Coronas fueled by finding these thermal pockets on your own, planting T-posts, and maintaining them when they're full. Harvest them regularly and you'll be raking in the credits in no time.
Got it, boss? I think this work is just my speed.
So I have to go back to these spots and collect the energy.
And
from
so
them?
it went for weeks and months.
until the extraordinary became commonplace. Dealing with the cold and wild life became the new routine. Intense and surreal, but routine. I kept my sanity and wits by not thinking too deeply about what I was seeing and doing. It got lonesome sometimes, out in the Badlands. Music and weekly
Now for
messages
some
from
reason
Mrs.
it's giving
kept
me a
company.
Red Dead Redemption feel.
I was making great dough, getting choice contracts. That was the point after all. I made friends with the crew. They're a right good sort, those guys. Even
I wonder if
LaRoche,
his
for all his bluster,
voice actor
had his moments.
also played characters in either of those Red Dead games.
For better or worse, I became Braddock's go-to guy. It had its benefits. But sometimes being the one to get the call meant you ended up in some damn strange situations.
What's wrong?
Back to the present. Back to reality.
Harmonizer's almost out of juice. One time I want an acre to attack.
What was I?
Harmonizer.
Something about getting the call.
Yeah, right.
They haven't introduced that
Well,
in
now
this
you know how
game
hard it is to communicate off
as
world.
a gameplay mechanic.
In those days, Nevek had to work around. An antenna relay on the
Highest peak in the area, so we can call home to Mama with minimal storm interference. It's our lifeline. 2 hours ago, we went offline, and we don't know why. We're effectively cut off from sending and receiving any off-world communications. Some acrid probably got his claws into it.
So once again, you expect me to march out there and fight a horde of monsters in a rig without weapons, huh? Do you know how much of my income I waste on repairs? I want guns on my rig, a simple chain gun.
My hands are tied. Nevek regulations.
Yes, don't weaponize the construction vehicles, but I mean in this case...
Nothing. I'm not going to jeopardize my operation because of your nerve deficit. It's called hazard pay for a reason.
Oh, please.
Hey, boss. Just noticed ComSat's offline.
Yeah.
Mind if I hustle down to the relay station? Give her a gander?
I was just talking to Mr. LaRoche about that very thing. Apparently he's got some concerns about making nice with the wildlife.
Well, no, I don't want to just snake a man's contract.
No. Take it. Get yourself killed.
Not for at least double, I mean.
Done.
What?
Be back by supper time.
Apparently it pays to explore this environment.
No time to lose, Jim. Go check out the communications relay and report back. Chop, chop.
Quartermaster Powers would like to inform the crew that new stock from the latest supply drop is now available.
Mr. Payton, this is Dr. Kovac. Can you read me?
Nope.
Loud and clear, Doc. Kinda told you can call me Jim.
As you like, Mr. Jim. I was hoping you could pay me a visit in my lab as your circumstances and logistics allow. Oh, and I believe I'm to mention that remuneration is involved.
So you have a job for me?
I believe I made that abundantly clear.
Oh, abundantly. I'll drop by soon, Doc.
Optional missions.
The wind turbines in the South Valley are frozen over again. Someone let LaRoche know? He's neglecting his comm unit. Shocker.
Guess that's why I wouldn't let me buy an assault rifle, because they knew I'd get one in the environment, maybe? I don't know, let's get to the elevator. I have plenty of T energy to spend, so I might as well spend it. I have yet to find any instances where the game has me spending I don't know, what do you call it,
Hey, what's the rumpus, Jim?
consumables. Hunting rifle. Interesting. Yeah, the first games had rifles, but let's see here. Unique salvage parts can be traded at Gale's workshop for rig upgrades. I can upgrade my rig, apparently. Alright, well, let's take a look here. What,
Good. That upgrade's a must in my book. The less you gotta reload, the better, eh?
I already didn't have enough money for the hunting rifle, so yeah.
Nice. She'll pack a bigger punch now, though the trade-off's a touch more recoil. It's well worth it in my humble opinion.
Your humble opinion? I find that people who put humble in front of their opinion rarely actually are humble. I don't know. Having an opinion is not a very humble thing to do, in my not so humble opinion. Alright, let's see if I can I feel like it'd be better if they just eliminated the stuff that you've already owned from this list.
Come back anytime, eh?
Alright, so I guess you, weapon slot 1. Weapon slot 2. Grenades. You always have a pistol. As it say, 2 of 2 and 1 of 2. Also, why does it say infinite next to the ammo stock? Apparently you can get incendiary rounds as well. Definitely want to take some time today to explore this base here. Elevator. So how many weapons can I carry at a time? Having a that's the shotgun, I think. I'm not sure, but it seems like I can carry an assault rifle, 2 weapons, and a pistol, and I always have the pistol on hand. Always seems to have infinite ammo. Interesting, it's not automatically playing.
Nemec survival tip number 5. Don't eat the snow. On a frontier world, never ingest snow, no matter how thirsty you feel. It can cool your body's internal temperature, causing arterial constriction and organ shutdown. Don't be a test case in the discovery of new diseases. Alien parasite ingestion is also a genuine danger. Stay smart. Stay hydrated.
Okay, so, yeah. But the real answer is to boil the snow, melting it in the process.
Busting out the welding goggles.
Ah, look at that. Costs 5 what? Parts. Alright.
Doodles.
It costs 2,000 thermal energy to get one of those things, and I need 5 of them for that one thing, so that's,
Dear Diary, I know it's early, but I was seized this morning by the divine spirit of artistic creation. I was at breakfast, and Colbeck had come up with these griddle cakes made out of vital wheat gluten or something, and it got me thinking about the corn my folks used to grow when they still had their farm on Olympus 1. And I was saying how I couldn't have been more than 10, but I built this thing called a cornipole, but it's really more of a slingshot, and then I realized nobody was at the table anymore, so I came out here and I installed some kern retractors on the new guy's rig. It's like a human cornipole, see? Except, you know, kinda not. Hope you don't mind. I should get some coffee. Or sleep. Yeah, sleep's good. Yeah, coffee's better.
Alright, I think he's already had plenty of it, but okay. I'm not 100% sure, but it feels like I've pretty much explored this floor. Alright, well, I guess let's head to the main area then. Guess actually I'll head up here first. I wonder if those thermal canisters replenish themselves in between missions, the ones I find in this base. Basically, I'm asking, I wonder if it's worth my while to look around every time between missions. Die.
Hey, Jim. How's Hank?
Sprouting up like a beanstalk.
Oh, that's a son. Okay. Like how they,
I only took this job because Braddock didn't seem like too much of a Nevik toady. But the way he buckles to these crazy rules, man. Here we are in a turf war with these Akrid, day to day, hour to hour, but if we put weapons on a rig, oh no, then we're not a science op, but a military op, and Braddock doesn't get to be in charge. Like anyone's gonna rat him out for letting us protect ourselves.
the audio logs are fine because I can listen to him while I walk around.
He needed something to take his mind off the cold, so I gave him my brother's guitar. For never having taken any lessons, he's damn good. Listen.
probably take a look at the map here. Something to the left over here. I'd like to know what. Something about entering someone's lab. Holy crap. Another large area. Well, at least it looks large. I don't know if it actually is, though. Sound like a helicopter. It was not obvious that that was the door.
Processing. Stand by.
That would be a loading screen, folks. A loading door.
Dr. Kovac never settles for mediocrity when greatness would do. His naysayers simply envy his talents, I think. Like Dr. Roman. She could achieve as much as Dr. Kovac, if only she wants so. What is the word I'm looking for? Ethical. Can you imagine?
Okay, that's just a dialogue.
Remember that 800-page questionnaire we all had to fill out before we came to this planet?
No.
How the hell did Kovac pass the personality screening? He must have cheated, right? I mean, have you spoken to the man? Every time I look at that enormous head of his, I imagine a little alien inside operating at controls. Or maybe a super intelligent lab rat.
You mean like from, Men in Black?
Ah! As you are undoubtedly aware, I've been tasked with rendering thermal energy a viable and cost-effective power source. Unfortunately, the T-energy from subterranean sources, while plentiful enough to run the Coronis installation, has a purity level entirely too weak for the audacious experiments we seek to conduct.
So, the stuff we drill out of the ground, not pure enough for science.
If paraphrasing me is critical to your comprehension, then yes. Now listen, the Acrid. There are wild variances in their impurity index. Some are promisingly pure, potentially pure enough for our purposes. I need a survey of local Acrid, samples of their T-energy in the hopes that we can find one with a pure enough composition.
So you want me to kill Acrid, basically?
Yes. I'm hoping to take advantage of your noteworthy efficiency as a killing machine. So, let us begin with the Sapaya, those wretched things that so bedeviled our arrival. If you could kill 20 or so and collect their T-energy samples, I should be able to extrapolate a purity index through vertical analysis of the...
Kill 20 Acrid, bring you the spill. That's the gig? All over it. Thanks, Doc.
Let me update your map with the best place to look for them based on recent sightings and migration patterns. And if you'd kindly hold still, I'd like to equip a sniffer attachment to your suit's tank. It'll automatically gather samples of T-energy particulates in the air after you've made a kill, so you can just focus on the killing.
All right. So basically, this is my side quest
Such pitiable incuriosity.
The equivalent of those contracts they had you do in the tower in Destiny of kill a certain number of specific enemy types each day.
On the genetic genetic level, the Acrid are remarkably unstable. I can't find a record of a species on any documented world that has such a high rate of mutation. I'm sure the radioactivity level of their blood is no coincidence. Theoretically, if forced by circumstances to adapt for survival, it would only take a couple of generations for an Acrid to evolve into a distinctly different form.
Dr. Roman and I certainly had our issues, but I do wonder how she's doing out there. Living off base out in the white like a mountain man is a bit of an overreaction if you ask me, but she was never one for half measures.
Character always looks like he's mildly annoyed whenever he's listening to other people talk. Like, what did I get myself into this? I shouldn't have hit that dialogue button.
Exposure to the extreme cold reduces blood flow and constricts your blood vessels, reducing your circulatory system's overall volume and increasing your blood pressure. This causes your body to reduce fluid volume by getting rid of the excess water.
So in other words...
When you get cold, you want to pee.
All right. Thanks for that.
No problem.
Let's take a look at the map here. Believe it or not, this only represents a tiny part of this overall area. And yet, at least at the moment anyway, I don't think I believe I can access anywhere beyond this room, so I guess that's just gonna have to wait for later in the game, maybe? Alright, well, I now have a source of side quests to do, basically. I think this is the earliest time I could have gotten to that guy and killed him, so I guess all those enemies I've already taken out never could have counted. Oh well, such is life. So yeah, let's go on to the next mission, I guess. Ah, a specialized component. I think it's safe to assume that I'm not going to get a mech that has actual weapons on it. So, like, yeah.
Any idea how hard it is to keep a hot meal hot around here? Hell, we're still living off MREs. Look, if we want to build morale around here, let me build a hydroponic garden. I got 2 words for you, Jim. Heirloom tomatoes. Think about it.
Why is the guy acting like I'm the one preventing him from doing that? I don't know. Definitely seems strange, but what else? So I need to get to the elevator again. Alright, well, I could just go this way. This way could be fun. This seems like it's something I should be able to interact with, but it's not letting me, so I don't know. Here's another elevator. Okay. Let's, I guess it's just head on out then, eh? Can I get up there? Do I want to get up there? I guess the answer to the first question is yes, I can get up there. Based on these stairs that seem to lead to nothing, I'm going to suggest that I'm going to theorize that this is how you get up to a bigger, stronger mech once you've unlocked or purchased it. I guess it doesn't really look any bigger than this now. Alright.
Jimmy, the science team cooked up a de-icing spray so your rig doesn't freeze with every bad storm.
Alright. I'll take an upgrade.
Alrighty, commencing anti-icing procedures. The spray ensures your rig won't freeze in place the second you step outside, but its protection is limited to storms rated below Cardinal class. Copy? Anything beyond that? No guarantees.
Great. Like I'm in a car wash. Why get stronger antifreeze protection later?
Hey baby, quick message, and not to worry you, but apparently I am slipping quietly out of my mind. Today, I spent the better part of 20 minutes looking for a hat that I was wearing.
Great.
This week, I found my keys in the door, on the outside, of course, my slippers in the shower, and my toothbrush in the refrigerator. Because you know how important dental hygiene is to produce. Seriously, what
you
is
didn't find it
happening?
in the toilet.
Unless the little man is telekinetic and evil, moving objects around with his mind just in order to drive me crazy, then your wife has become mentally unbalanced. So, that's good news, right? Yeah. I got things totally under control. I don't know. Kisses.
Sorry,
Hey,
sir, your wife's
quick
gone
message,
off the moon
and
again.
not to worry you, but apparently I am slipping quietly out of my mind. Today I spent the...
What if I didn't hit the A button, if it would have just kept playing on a loop? What a day. It's not a day unless I have the yawns. Not even all that tired. I just yawn out of habit, maybe. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so we are, what, repairing a communications fusion that's been possibly damaged or sabotaged. Sabotage implies it's just an inside job. Maybe it is, who knows? Regardless of the reason why it's damaged, it's my job to repair it. Let me take a look at the oh, look at this. You got a different thing here. I think this is now leading me towards the side quest area. Apparently I can just walk through those. Now I have the shotgun. Alright. This is definitely where I was earlier. Yesterday. And my HUD has gone away. Can I get into here? Here we go. Push up on the D-pad. Pushing down on it does a 180 on the direction you're facing. You know, when running, you don't seem to actually move much faster, if at all. I wonder if you actually are running faster. Especially when you can still fucking pull my energy here. It might be more effective if I just use the pistol here. Because that's awesome. I can knock it one shot. This has unlimited ammo. Get all trained because why not? Cool. Obviously, I could have just kept moving and just taken out these guys along the way, but it's one less thing for me to have to think about. I mean, first test of that more powerful pistol. I didn't realize those enemies were crawling around. Great. Let's see what spawns me. How much progress do I lose because of that stupidity? A lot of it, apparently. Gave a better indication as to what he actually had. Just saying. I'll try to be more careful this time, I guess, because, like, that sucked. Are rather suicidal. I'm gonna back off. I think that's the shotgun. I want the assault rifle. Here we go. Want something with a little range to take out that stupid enemy that keeps shooting me. The heck is it doing? Seems like it's glitching. No, I still know what the autosave icon is. I definitely did not need to stop to pick out the enemies that pop out of there. There's plenty of them down here. But whatever. Nice if at some point I got the ability to get more carry more grenades. Alright, well. Maybe shoot. Maybe don't get myself killed right as I'm crossing the finish line on this objective, eh? It'd be nice if they found a way to, like, extract this energy by way of a pipe bomb. I gotta remember when I switch off the pistol, it goes directly to shotgun, and then I need to hit Y again to go to this assault rifle. Hold down Y to switch back to the pistol. Tells me I'll never have more than a pistol. Otherwise, that system won't work. If I'm getting anything from destroying these other than the satisfaction of like it's fun. Kind of reminds me of the things that look like that from Halo 3. That level where you're on the ship that was infested by the flood. Might have had something similar to that in the other Halo games as well. That's the one I remember anyway. Did the Flood make any appearances after Halo 3? Were they in 4 and 5? I don't remember. Where did these guys come from? Yeah, still collecting thermal energy. That's still turning. This game's probably going to take me much longer than the 10 hours that the internet seems to suggest. I'm fine with that. Not in any hurry. I do have a quick programming note, though. I will not be streaming tomorrow, because I'll be helping out some family-related stuff, but I will be streaming again on Saturday and, of course, Sunday. So just a little heads up about that. It'd be nice if you held down the A after rolling, that would put you in a run mode. I naturally expect it to actually do that, but it doesn't, so it's like, oh, well, that's not cool. The objectives here. Alright. Track the main objective and see if I can at least make some progress on it. Sorry about that, I just realized my phone was done charging and I don't want to just leave it charging there indefinitely. It's not good for it. Alright, we have our next objective. Just walking through the park, don't mind me. This game definitely has some sort of hub world design to it. I wonder,
Jim, one more thing. There's a pump jack near the fueling depot that's frozen clean over. It's on your way to Shackleton's Peak, roughly. You should make good time getting there. Stop by and clear it off with your rig. In fact, you can consider that a standing contract. Anytime you see a frozen pump jack, just clear it off and invoice me later.
I wonder if I have to pay to get this rig repaired. still don't understand why we're not able to get the shotgun. Now that's right. And also what changed when it's like 30. I don't understand. Okay, I guess it's not just gonna let me shoot that nonsense off, so get back into the scene.
Broken. Shocking.
Okay, why does it want me to go this way? Their AI? Why wouldn't I? I'm not sure the these guys. I shoot them enough so I can actually interrupt their Alright. Yeah. It's a lot easier with better weapons. Surprise. Here are these jerk faces as well. This would be a good case scenario for a rifle. Maybe not. Maybe going down quickly? I don't know. Their effective range is fine, but they are not having letting me send out the grappler. I don't have a grappler. It may have been the first time we tried. Something's still shooting. Is that it right there? Like the reason I'd want to try to get up there is to collect the thermal machine by That's over 10,000. Interesting to see where it stops at. There we go. Oh, strange that they put the amount of money I have as a thing on the as a gauge on the mech. It's like, oh, you're because it's not any different from putting how much money you have in your HUD, but still.
Sorry to bother you while you're at work, but it wouldn't kill you to take the trash out every once in a while? That was terrible. Hey, darling.
I was about to say, she's losing her mind.
Already. You'd think it would feel normal by now, but it doesn't. Especially not for Hank. He never falls asleep the way he did when you tuck him in. Turns out you have the magic touch. Who'd have believed it? Speak of the devil. I gotta go, babe. I love you. Miss you.
I thought the communications tower was broken.
What the hell?
That's a good question. What was that? I'm not hearing this music because the music has been set down to low.
Oh, come on!
That'd be really difficult to that's how you do it. What? Why was I ejected from these things? I don't know, but I'd rather fight them on foot anyway. Oh great, my rig is all messed up. Good to know the tactics you're dealing with. Friendly fire. Apparently it's been damaged.
That's over.
My thing repair itself? Sure seems like it. Rusty Shackleton.
Hey, beautiful. Just sitting out another storm here. But out of nowhere while I was working the South Valley. Barely got to my rig in time. I don't want to overstate the obvious here, but it is brightly cold out here. Not just winter in Michigan cold. I took a deep breath this morning and the hair in my nostrils froze in place. No joke. Yeah, at least the air's clean, I'll give it that. I'd love to say I'm getting used to it, that the cold is growing on me, but it ain't.
Yep.
Since I came here on that ship, I haven't stopped thinking about you, Grace. Not for 1 minute. The bravery to let me go, raise our boy for a year or two, or who knows. You are a very special lady. If I could stay as strong as you, I might just make it through this. I mean, it is rightly cold out here. Love you, babe.
I guess I have more than one of these things to repair then. I sure hope the game cutscenes me back to the main base again, because that would be nice. And by that would be nice, I mean I'd better do that, I'm going to be more a little annoyed. It's like, oh, I have to walk all the way back.
relay, you need to get to the top of the mountain. There's a heavy cargo tram system set up. Don't worry, it's plenty sturdy enough for your rig. You'll just need to use your claw to transfer the tram into place.
Great. I wonder if I'll have to stop this thing mid-view. If I do, it sure would be nice to know where the, last checkpoint is. What is that thing? Here's a question. Why do they have to move everything so far apart in this game? Why is this antenna
docking procedure in progress
on top of the main base?
Yeah, Jim Salvietti here. Listen, our remote feeds are confirming trouble with the tram system. It'll take a full reboot at the top of the summit to get it working, and you'll have to manually boot up each substation along the way. Pain in the ass, I know.
Great.
This is gonna be one of those days.
I'm guessing this is the first one.
heavy cargo successfully docked. System malfunction.
Jim, our feeds are showing one of the stations is back online. You'll need to reboot the rest of them along the way to get your rig up to the dish. There's a cave nearby that ought to lead to the first substation. Good luck.
Guessing this is it. Because I'm outside the range of my rig, I can't get my HUD in. Great. How come my character doesn't wear a helmet when he's outside? A little strange. And it's that cold. A little thermal protection for the old noggin would be a good idea. So much easier with the shotgun. Okay, just melee them to get rid of them. I thought there was two of them. Where'd the other one go? I guess I didn't need to grapple that short of a distance. Grapple point up there, though. Thankfully, I don't have to hold them in the correct position for very long. Man, that is
power restored.
Very tricky.
That ought to do it.
Get up there. I think so.
System online and ready.
Gotta be on the lookout for more of that. Guess I'd do the checkpoint. I'll save them. Same direction. Probably. Ones I haven't seen. another one. Yep.
That is close.
Map data. I don't know how to interpret that, but whatever. Definitely want to avoid that thing if I can. See a grapple point up there. Or there.
Station online.
Let's see what that did. Where the hell did he come from? Fight that thing eventually.
the things that are spawning. Is fairly effective if I can actually. It is definitely not a guarantee. I play this game for about another 20 minutes before I call it a stream. Since I won't be streaming tomorrow, I'll make this one a little bit longer. Mission definitely seems like quite the ordeal, doesn't it? I have 2 more of these stupid stations to get through.
Station online.
Assuming that
looks like the track isn't aligned. I better adjust it so it's heading toward the peak.
Track rerouted.
That should put us in the right direction.
Something I'm supposed to be able to grapple up to, maybe? Oh. Oh, there we go. Wasn't sure where the game was pointing me towards. just sort of disappeared. The downside about these things, I don't seem to be collecting much of any thermal energy from them. Guess I should use the grappler as soon as that icon appears. And the last one is shortly after that. Oh, right. Something shooting me from a direction. Things spawning them up there or something. Okay, come on, game. Dagnammit. Thought I already destroyed that thing. Ah. How far is this going to set me back? Jerks. Pretty far back. pushing the gravel down. What's this thing? I wonder how many of those things I've missed, actually. Must have been at least some, right? I don't know. Come on, game. Should I go down there? Probably. I should go down there. I'll just stick to the main quest here. Let's go cash in my side quest. I saw a graphic right there. Yeah, I did. I did see a graphic. Alright, settle down, Tweety. Let's see here. Punishing ammo. I'll take that. Just one more.
Station online.
Yeah, I'm getting somewhere.
I didn't say what I collected there. I was hoping it'd be those upgrade parts, but no.
System malfunction. Rebooting system. System online and ready.
Summons. Someone's here. Someone ran away as soon as they saw me. Maybe it is sabotage. Something tells me that I'm going to fight a big enemy here.
Cronus Actual, this is Peyton. I'm getting the relay patched up, but listen, I don't know how else to say this, but I think we might have a saboteur on the base.
Saboteur? What makes you say that?
I caught a glimpse of an unidentified person as I arrived. Ran off a cliff before I could get a good look, but I think they were tampering with a relay tower.
Jim, no offense. You're not supposed to go stir crazy until you've been here at least a year.
I'm serious, boss. Somebody was out here.
All right, Jim, I believe you. First things first, head into the relay station, raise the satellite dish, and call up the tram. You'll need your rig for the next one.
I think I need my rig for this part. Survive the attack. Doesn't say defeat this thing, it just says survive. effective in a situation like this. While that is a very large target, most of it... Thermal energy maybe. So, what? Cool. Last station, I guess. Yeah, I think there was a thing out there I could get.
System malfunction.
I don't know why I'm surprised.
Power restored. Attention. Unlocking suspension lines and raising comm dish.
Whoa, that's rather large.
Comm dish locked and ready for transmission.
They said I would need the thing, the rig for that.
Rebooting system.
I see it over there. Maybe that's
System online and ready.
Well, I'll get it anyway, because I definitely...
Cronus Actual, you copy? I've got the satellite dish working. I'm just waiting for the rig to come up.
It's your first time up this high, isn't it? 10 months before the Cronus expedition landed, an engineering crew was sent ahead of us to set up that tram system and the comm dish. It was a major endeavor, and as you can see, a marvel of structural engineering. The oxygen gets pretty thin up there, and winds can blow up to 180 miles an hour, so the challenges must have been extraordinary.
Thanks to this one.
Attention. Heavy cargo tram is docked and ready.
I was wondering where my thing was going to come in, but there it is. Alright.
Okay, now that you've got the rig, use the claw arm to align the relay tower and re-establish contact between the comm dish and Coronis.
Another one of these things. Okay. Alright, well, I certainly wasn't expecting another one of those, but that'll teach me. I should expect everything. Alright, see if I can finish this and call it a stream here. Got a decent amount of credits, or thermal energy. Hopefully it'll stop automatically at the right spot.
Jim, we did a roll call over here, and all Corona's personnel are present and accounted for, except you and Dr. Roman. She hasn't checked in for some time, and if there's any funny business afoot out there, I'd like to make sure she's all right. Do me a favor and check in on her before you head back.
Roger that, boss. Peyton out.
Money going up. I did find 2 of those things I used to get upgrades from the mech. So that's something.
Attention. Heavy cargo tram is docked and ready.
Alright, well, I think... Let's see what happens when I load the last autosave. And I'm going to call it a stream here, folks. Yeah, but before I go, I'm going to take a moment to thank you for watching. I appreciate when people take time out of their day to watch my streams, either being live or even in archive form. Just as a quick reminder, I normally do a stream like this almost every day, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time from Wednesday through Sunday. So my plan is I won't be back here tomorrow, but I will be back here Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for more of my playthrough of Lost Planet 3 for the 360 running on the Series X. And yeah, we will talk to this Roman person and figure out what's going on with her, see if she's a saboteur or whatever. And then when I get back to base, I'll cash in my side quest and then do some spending. But until then, take it easy.